IPXTYZWTW rating. Let's go! Are these wheels waterproof like they say they are? These electric unicycle companies are bold-faced, lying to our faces, and we are just taking it. They put a little shiny sticker on the side of a $6,000 machine that says IPX rating waterproof, and we nod our heads like it makes total sense. We are literally clamping a giant high-voltage laptop battery between our shins, standing on two little metal flaps, and flying down the highway at 70+ miles an hour. Then the clouds roll in, the sky opens up, and we are supposed to believe a thin piece of plastic and a rubber band are going to save us from getting electrocuted. It is pure comedy when you really sit back and think about it. My personal policy is very simple when it comes to liquid. If I see a puddle on the street, even if it is the size of a teacup, I treat it like a bottomless pit filled with acid. I will pull a complete matrix maneuver, tilting my entire body sideways to swerve around that water so fast you would think I saw a bill collector. You go on the internet and the delusion is out of control. One guy posts a video claiming he rode his machine straight through a swimming pool and it still turns on. Then right below that, another guy says he rode past a lawn sprinkler, a single drop of mist hit his power button, and his entire motherboard instantly shot fireworks into his living room. The main issue is that liquid is sneaky and it has nothing but time on its hands. These manufacturers love to take the main control board, squirt a tiny bit of clear silicone jelly over the microchips, and claim it is protected. That is like going into a war zone wearing a cardboard vest and hoping for the best. Eventually that moisture finds a way past the plastic shell. It creeps right into the circuitry while you are riding. The next thing you know, the board suffers a massive short circuit, the motor locks up instantly, and you are flying through the air like a superhero who forgot how to fly. Or worse, you get electrocuted. When you actually open up one of these machines after riding through a storm, it is an absolute house of horrors. You do not see a clean, dry compartment. You see a nasty pool of brown, muddy water just hanging out at the very bottom of the battery case. The worst part is that the damage is patient. You think you got away with it because you made it home dry. You plug that wet machine straight into your bedroom wall, go to sleep, and wake up at 3 in the morning to the smell of burning toxic chemicals because the wires finally decided to corrode and catch fire while you were dreaming. Think about the bearings on the side of the wheel too. Those metal rings are spinning at insane speeds right next to the wet ground. Water gets inside those seals, washes away all the factory grease, and mixes with the dirt from the asphalt. Give it about 2 weeks and your incredibly smooth, silent, futuristic ride suddenly sounds like you are dragging a rusty metal dumpster down a flight of concrete stairs. The companies will call the machine IPX weather resistant, which is just a fancy legal term they use so they do not have to give you your money back when the thing dies. The tire itself is the biggest enemy of water resistance. The tread behaves exactly like a water wheel, scooping up every single drop from the ground and violently spraying it straight up into the internal housing of the machine. The design is literally working against itself. You are riding a motorized water pump. Some people get incredibly brave and decide to clean their dirty machines in the backyard with a high-pressure garden hose. That is absolute mental sickness to me. You are shooting a jet stream of water directly at the exact holes where the heavy power wires enter the motor core. You might as well just take your expensive flat-screen television, dump it in a bathtub full of soap, and expect to watch the game afterward. Then you have the charging ports and the power buttons. They give you these floppy little rubber plugs to protect the holes. Those plugs are completely useless. They bounce right out of the socket the second you hit a single crack in the sidewalk. So now you have a wide open tunnel leading straight to the brain of your machine, completely exposed to the elements. If a splash of water enters that charging port while you are cruising down the street, it can confuse the computer into thinking you just plugged it into a wall outlet. The machine will shut down the motor to protect itself, which means you are going headfirst into the pavement at high speed. We have to stop treating these electronic unicycles like they are jet skis. They are delicate, highly sensitive computers wrapped in a plastic box. Unless that machine was built by NASA to go to the bottom of the ocean, it has no business being out in the elements. So if you want to know if these things are actually waterproof, the answer is a definitive no. Do not listen to the marketing people, and definitely do not listen to the guys online who swear they ride through rivers. Protect your wallet and protect your skin. If you see dark clouds in the sky, do not test your luck. Park the machine, get inside a dry building, and wait for the sun to show up. Your body and your bank account will thank you. The absolute finest comedy comes from the customer service department after your machine takes a swim. You call them up because your $2,000 investment is now completely dead, acting like a giant heavy paperweight. You tell the representative on the phone that you just got caught in a microscopic sprinkle for 30 seconds. They will ask you to open the shell and look at the internal moisture indicators. Those little stickers are devious. They are engineered to change color if a single drop of sweat or heavy humidity even thinks about looking in their direction. The moment those sensors turn red, the company treats you like you intentionally dropped the machine to the bottom of the Mariana Trench and they void your warranty on the spot. Typical Chinese manufacturers' warranty shenanigans. You also have to look at how the metal components handle the aftermath of a wet ride. People think if the wheel turns on the next day, they are completely in the clear. They do not realize that the internal aluminum brackets are currently undergoing a chemical reaction. Give it a month and that solid metal structure starts oxidizing, turning into a powdery white substance that looks like chalk. Your sturdy frame becomes brittle, crumbling under your feet the next time you drop off a curb. Nature does not care about your commute or your expensive hobbies. Water will find every microscopic gap in a plastic mold, every poorly sealed screw hole, and every loose seam. It will crawl inside, sit there silently, and destroy the electronics from the inside out. My approach is to treat the machine like it is made of solid sugar. If the ground looks dark or the air feels damp, the ride is officially over. Thanks for watching.